This tactile is for a story about a little bird, a sparrow. In Kannada, this story is called Gubbachiya Payasa. Payasa or kheer is a sweet dish made from grains, jaggery and coconut. So let's see how the story goes. So this is the first frame. Here I have stuck a feather. The feather represents the bird. I haven't made an elaborate tactile. It's more representative. And here is the thought process of the bird, and it's thinking about Payasa. So here I have stuck navane or foxtail millet because that is my son's favorite Payasa. And I've used the cloud format for this, just like in the cited books. And for a texture change, I have used crayons within the cloud. And for the container, I have used aluminium foil. So now the bird wants to eat navane payasa. So let's see what it does. So all this is the second frame. Since this is a fantasy story, I have not represented any forest or trees. Instead, we have a locality just like where the humans live. So here this is the sparrow's house. This is a school and these are roads. I have used thick paper for roads and foam sheet to depict all buildings. And these are the 4 shops. This is a restaurant and this is a hospital. I have used Braille labels on all the buildings. And here we have the actual material stuck in order to show what shop it is. So the sparrow starts from its house and it goes all the way to the market. So here we have 4 shops. In the first shop, it goes and buys navane, that is foxtail millet. In the second shop, it buys coconut. In the third shop, it buys jaggery. In the fourth shop, it buys nuts and resins. I have added these 2 entities just to complete the locality because my son loves print and play and he also uses this map in order to print and play. So here is the next page. We see that the bird has already prepared the navane payasa and it's very happy. The bird is very excited to eat the payasa, so what it does is it gulps down a spoon of payasa while it's still hot and it burns its tongue and it spits out the payasa and it's crying here, it's shouting. Here the third frame, the sparrow, the bird gets angry that, oh, this payasa is not at all good. So what it does is it throws away all the payasa. So you can see that the payasa is spilling out, that it's throwing out that this is not good, I don't want this payasa. And it's angry. This is the angry emoji. In the fourth frame, what the bird does it, there's little bit payasa stuck in the container and it tastes that and it is very yummy. It feels sad that I wasted all the payasa, I threw it away. I should have been a little more patient and waited for the payasa to cool down and enjoy it. So this story depicts the virtue of patience, and that if something is hot, you have to let it cool down and only then have it. I have used emojis in order to show emotions. So we have the happy, you have the, you could say, shock or shouting, and then you have the angry emoji and the sad emoji. These are all made with 3D glitter glue, so these are all touchable. And I felt it's good for the child to know how the face looks when we are expressing a particular emotion. Now, as per the material, as I told previously, the bird is represented by a feather. And for the container, I used aluminium foil and I've used real material for the food. So this is the foxtail millet grain. It's the same here. For the coconut, I have just stuck a piece of coconut shell. For the jaggery, I have stuck pieces of jaggery. And for the nut, I have stuck real nuts, almond or badam cashew, and then we have dry grapes or resins. It's also a good idea to place all the food items in a Ziploc packet and then stick the Ziploc packet to the book. Otherwise, it will be infested by ants. I did have that issue. Or if you have stuck the actual food items, it's also a good idea to maybe coat it with a layer of glue, or maybe a thin any glue or varnish, so that the ants do not come in direct contact with the food items. And here again the material is feather, aluminium foil for the container, real navane or foxtail millet for the payasa, and the cloud outline and the emojis I have used 3D glitter glue. And for changing texture from the normal page paper and into the cloud where the thought of the sparrow is running, for that I have used crayons.